Coral Ridge Towers, Admiral James S. Hunt's new high-rise cooperative apartments, have brought the finest in total electric living to Fort Lauderdale. Residents find living easy and pleasant. Outdoors around the oversized pool, and indoors in any of the 330 all-electric medallion apartments. Beautifully decorated and finished throughout, the apartments feature individually controlled General Electric air conditioning and heating, and kitchens equipped with General Electric appliances and Textrolite work surfaces. Yes, living is easy and pleasant at Coral Ridge Towers. Whether it's a quiet game of shuffleboard or more strenuous activity at the pool, a party on the beach, or the thrill of boating, Florida living looks up at Coral Ridge Towers. This is the Bell X-14A, an experimental aircraft being tested at the Ames Research Center by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. No, we're not playing tricks. The X-14A is a VTOL aircraft. VTOL for vertical takeoff and landing. Simply by changing the direction of thrust of its two General Electric J85 jet engines, the X-14A can be made to take off and land vertically, to hang in the air, even to fly backwards. You're looking at a promise for tomorrow. Huge airliners that can take off and land without long and expensive runways. Airports will be closer to town, more convenient. General Electric jet engines help solve a growing metropolitan problem. Meanwhile, you can't get test pilots like Charlie Ace out of the plane. Put it away now, Charlie. Charlie? Oh, well, see what I mean? The largest all-nuclear power station now operating in the United States recently was shut down on schedule, but only to replenish fuel after more than a year of remarkably high nuclear reactor availability. General Electric at San Jose, California, manufactured uranium dioxide pellets which provide heat to produce steam in the reactor. The pellets were assembled to form fuel rods, then put together as fuel assemblies, and then they were shipped to the Dresden station southwest of Chicago. Commonwealth Edison operators working over a blanket of water loaded them into baskets for transfer to the reactor loading canal and fuel sump. Finally, they replaced fuel assemblies in the reactor. Only 96 assemblies, 1/5 of the total fuel load, were replaced. The total load of 56 tons of uranium will provide heat equivalent to 50,000 tons of coal per month for the next 9 months. When the head of the reactor vessel was replaced, the station started up again. Today, Dresden produces enough electric power for a community of 200,000 people. To date, it has produced more than 3.5 billion kilowatt hours of electricity. And during the last 13 months, the nuclear reactor was available to help produce power a remarkable 99.2% of the time. One of the world's most reliable power stations, Dresden shows the way to better and more economical generation of electric power.
In the heart of Manhattan, there's a model home specially designed for the physically handicapped. And it's surprising what a difference thoughtfulness and design can make. There are no stairs anywhere, outside or in. Master switches in living room, kitchen, and bedroom control all the lights in the house. Hallways and doors are extra wide, and there are no sills. A built-in vacuum cleaning system means handling only the hose and lightweight attachments. All electrical outlets and switches are at this same convenient height from the floor. The kitchen is a model of convenience and labor-saving design. in which General Electric's Home Bureau participated. The home is a project of New York University's Institute of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation under the direction of Dr. Howard A. Rusk. Dr. Rusk says proper planning of homes reduces housework by 50%. And odds are that you could benefit from the same kind of thoughtful planning in your home. Ask any Finn. The sauna is more than a bath. It is a source of strength, a builder of character, an institution to be honored. But it's not the most convenient of baths, or at least it wasn't until the electric sauna heater brought it indoors. Now, in many homes all across the country, the sauna is a snug little wood-lined room near the shower or the pool, offering year-round therapeutic value. Cozy and private as any family would wish. The timer set for 10 or 15 minutes, the thermometer at 180 degrees or even higher, and a young lady like Sylvia Louderborn of Schenectady can relax and let her General Electric sauna heater work its soothing wonders. Sauna heat is a dry heat, humidity under 10%. So Sylvia can move about and bask in complete comfort. 10 or 15 minutes of this dry, deep cleansing heat, and it's time for a cool, quick shower. Then more heat, another shower, and a brief rest. This is the sauna. Try it. Or ask any Finn.
In Grand Central Station, one of the busiest places in New York City, there's now a General Electric service center. It's a new idea in service that's really catching on, because here people can drop off a General Electric appliance on their way to work, have it repaired during the day, and often take it back home that night. A new idea in quick, efficient service. Service proving so popular that General Electric has opened dozens of these service centers in cities across the country. Another new idea, this one for larger appliances, is the mobile serviceman. In most areas, he relies on two-way radio. Hurry-up calls can be made in a matter of minutes, and generally he can make all his calls at a time convenient to you. Fast, friendly, efficient service, tied to your schedule. That's the kind of service General Electric strives to give you. It's part of the value you can expect with every General Electric appliance you buy. Because at General Electric, we put the accent on value.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife.
TV at 7:30 on this good morning with your modern mother's muscle tone pro.
Mother, I was just going to call you.
You were? Well, what did George do now, the big bully?
Oh, nothing really, Mother. It's just that housework gets me down.
Well, it's really none of my business, dear. So I'll give you some advice. Get a maid.
This channel discusses the Jetson age, technology, inventions, and the new job market.
another of our World Fair exhibits that features the audio animatronics is the Carousel Theater of Progress. Well, how do you do? This is the Carousel Theater Progress. In Act 1, the audience meets an audio animatronic family. The time is just before the turn of the century. Father, the host, tells the joys of living in the pre-electric era. Next, our audience moves to Act 2 and the 1920s. Now the family has all kinds of new contraptions to make life more enjoyable, including a crystal radio. Then our audience moves to the fabulous 40s, the beginning of the electronic era and the age of television. The last act of the Carousel Theater shows the wonderful family life of today with its leisurely push-button living. Now let's go over to the full-scale set. Fellas, will you clear the set? We want to have a little dry run. Girls, can you let that go for a while? We just want to do a little dry run on this thing. Okay, wait, are you ready? This is the stage for Act 1 of the Carousel Theater Progress. Stages for the other acts are being assembled at other places in the studio for a complete audio animatronic dress rehearsal. Now, this contraption here might look like something from outer space, but it's actually a control harness for programming the actions and gestures of our audio animatronic figures. Shall we show them how it works?
Really won't.
This is the Carousel Theater host. Whatever the man in the harness does, this figure will respond simultaneously in the same manner. Would you care for a light? I don't think we better. No smoking on the stage. He can, read the newspaper. How about showing how you read the newspaper? What's the date of that thing? 1890. The operator of the control harness has to be a bit of a ham actor, as you can see. Now, you know, all of the operator's actions are recorded on tape, and separate tapes are made for each of our figures. And it takes lots of rehearsal and refinement to get the gestures to be lifelike. Adding dialogue is a separate operation. For this, the operator synchronizes his lip movements with a pre-recorded dialogue track. In this way, we make the figures talk. This electronically controlled method of programming can give us a wide range of movements. A broad gesture to the wink of an eye. That's it. Thank you. Now, for a better understanding of the Carousel Theater, let's go over to the brain of the audio animatronic figures. These machines are what make the audio animatronic figures move and talk. The actions, including facial expressions from the lifting of an eyebrow to a smile, and the dialogue, are programmed on tape. Ready for a demonstration, Herb? Now, when this first machine finishes with its phase, as it is going to do pretty soon, it'll trigger this other machine, which programs the next phase of the show. Now, while this is happening, the first machine will rewind itself to its starting point. Yet during this interchange, we don't lose so much as the wink of an eye. There. Now let's hear the theme song of the Carousel Theater.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream